All right, we are live today. Today is almost tomorrow, which is the last day of the Ultimate Health and Weight Loss Bundle. And I'm here just to remind everybody that if you don't get your hands on a copy of the bundle by tomorrow, 11:59 PST, we are going to, we're never going to have the same content ever again in a bundle like this. So please get a copy, $49, worth over $4,700. And today I'm actually talking to one of the contributors, Jeanette Donofrio, who wrote a beautiful ebook and included in the bundle. And we're talking to her today about her tremendous health journey. And I can't wait to welcome her. Where is she? Here she is. And Jeanette, are you there? She'll pop on in a second. Hello, beautiful. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Okay.
Yay.
We just went live yesterday, guys, so check that out on my page. And yeah, here we are again.
Yeah, here we are again. So yesterday, Jeanette was asking me a few questions about my ebook. Today, I'm going to pick her brain about hers and her tremendous health journey, going on a total transformation with a dietary pattern that helped her heal from various skin issues, I think, Jeanette, and we'll talk about that. And I was just telling everybody before you popped on that you contributed this to the Ultimate, Health and Weight Loss Bundle, and that the content will never be the same ever again. So guys, hop on to Jeanette's Instagram page, click on the link in her bio, and get your hands on a copy because it's only $49, which is less than if you were to purchase either of her ebooks on their own. So no brainer. All right, my dear, how are you doing?
I'm good. I was just doing the math actually on the bundle. It's literally less than 50 cents per book.
It's ridiculous. And we're never going to have to buy another cookbook again.
Literally less than 50 cents for the nice cream book from Nate. Lissa has 3 books, including a new one. Hi Carb Hannah. Chef AJ has 2 courses in there. Your book, my book, Chris Kendall, Ted Carr has 3 things. It's ridiculous. It's literally, it only happens a few times a year, and this specific one will never happen again.
Exactly.
They happen like 2 or 3 times a year. This one, though, it won't ever happen again. So check it out.
Yeah, and I know we're calling it the weight loss bundle, but really there's something for everybody. There's like an anti-inflammatory program with a physician in the bundle. There are intermittent fasting programs with another physician, Dr. Jill Fuhrman, who's very, very well known. There are, I think Dr. Christy Funk is in there, the breast cancer surgeon who worked with Angelina Jolie during her breast cancer treatment. So there is something for everybody, including fitness classes, yoga classes, home detox tutorials, I believe, live events. The list goes on and on, guys. But today we're talking about Jeanette's book. I want to talk about Jeanette's book. I want to talk about her story because she has an incredible story. And I do think it's so important to share this because I have so many friends and family members who are going through what I believe you went through just based on watching your YouTube channels and reading a little bit about you. But I wanted to hear it from you. So what made your book is called Introduction to the Raw Vegan Lifestyle. Are you still doing that, or are you kind of more incorporating strictly plant-based, or are you still raw plant-based?
Yeah, so I am still raw plant-based. And it started in 2010. So it's been quite a long time now for me. From the age of 12 to the age of about 26, or 25, 26, I suffered severely with cystic acne. And have you ever dealt with acne? Your skin is so beautiful.
I had eczema all over my body before going plant-based. I still suffer a little bit from it when I have something, but I know what the skin issues, yeah.
Yes, I also had and psoriasis and acne. So I had seriously really bad skin, and I believe, it's because I'm just a very sensitive person. So what I was eating was really affecting me much more than other people that I in my family, right? And many people watching now are probably the same way. They just can't eat everything. They can't eat the things that and eat. You know, I was eating everything, right? I grew up McDonald's, Burger King, all the standard foods. And it wasn't until 2010 when I saw Food Inc. Um,
Right.
it changed my life, and I'm just so grateful because I never knew that my food was actually coming from a animal. Like, I didn't make the connection until then. I never knew a vegan. I never knew a vegetarian, and let alone a raw vegan. So in 2010, I went vegetarian, and then about a year later, I found out about veganism and raw, like the same week. And so I was like, what is this craziness? Like, that doesn't even sound right. Just eating fruit and vegetables.
Right.
That's not possible. What about protein? What? And I started doing lots of research. There was no Instagram at the time. Okay.
No, there was not.
And half of
2010.
all of these influencers did not exist yet. So
Mm-hmm.
there was somebody, his name was David Wolf. And
Right.
I believe, oh, so you know, you're
David
familiar.
Avocado Wolf, right?
Yes. So I don't know what he's doing now, but he really inspired me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this because I really, really want to heal my skin. I was so desperate. And I was just so tired of having to wear a mask. And now here we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm. So you suffered from cystic acne for how long? Since you were 12? Is that right?
yeah, from 12 to 2000, the age of 20, 26, 27. Yeah.
Wow, you poor thing. Because it's debilitating. You probably, you feel insecure, right?
Yeah.
Facing the world is becomes a challenge, right? So I can't even imagine.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, though, Hannah, I would have never found vegan lifestyle if it wasn't for that. And I'll tell you why. Because one day I would call out of work all the time because of the acne. It was just so hard for me. And I used to put a lot of makeup on, foundation, concealer, powder, but it wouldn't hide because
No.
so, you know, it was like mountains on my face. And one day I called out of work so bad. And that day, Food Inc. was being featured on the Oprah show. So
Mm.
I would have never discovered, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I wouldn't have lost weight, cleared my skin, and completely changed my life if I didn't have acne. So I just want to let everyone know that everything is happening for you.
Reason. Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body speaks to you, and our skin is the largest organ, right? And so when we're right, it reflects everything. And same with me. Like I know that you and I actually went on a plant-based diet, I think in the same year, which is crazy. I'm just thinking back now. I'm like, I remember I read Alicia Silverstone's The Kind Diet, and I actually read a book called Skinny Bitch as well. And that exploited the whole animal agricultural industry. And I remember just thinking, okay, like I had eczema everywhere, like scabs on my scalp, like just everywhere around my eyes, redness, crusting. It was horrible. And I had IBS for 20 years. And then I had the cancer diagnosis, right? So all three things. I saw a really great doctor. He was very holistic minded. And he said, you should go on the plant-based diet. And I kid you not, within 3 days, my eczema disappeared after like 20 years since I was one. My IBS, I've never had an episode since, unless I have dairy, right? By accident, or if I try something. And yeah, and then, healing from cancer. So I think you and I had the exact same trajectory, which is crazy.
Yeah. We're blessed.
We're very blessed.
Blessed.
And you probably think, like, you probably look back and think, good, like, it's a good thing that my body showed me what was wrong and imbalanced, so I could, like, change things. And I was watching your YouTube video with Chef AJ this morning, and it was amazing. You were in the kitchen and you were, talking about your journey, and you were saying that for breakfast you would eat M&Ms. Is that correct? Like when you were little?
Yeah.
And those things just kind of like, I mean, the shift, like the extreme shift that you embarked on.
Yeah.
Right? Like the food addiction and the sugar addiction to where you are today. I mean, it's remarkable.
Yeah. So if you're out there and you are eating just total crap, if you don't ever have a fruit right now, probably nobody watching this, but hey, it's possible. It's possible you discovered us, and you are eating just complete processed food all the time. junk food, animal products. I just want to let you know that it is possible to change your taste buds. Taste buds change every 7 days, and whatever you eat is what you're going to crave. So once I stopped eating the M&Ms, once I stopped eating all the other food, really ate an abundance. This is the key, an abundance of fruit and vegetables, delicious ones that I loved, nuts and seeds as well. In the beginning, I ate a lot of just whatever I wanted. If it was raw, I ate it. You know, chocolate, cheesecake, raw vegan cheesecake. Because I had to get away from my addiction. I had a food addiction. I was using food as my drug of choice for my entire life since the age of. Honestly, I did suffer a lot raw because of detox, because of how unhealthy I ate. So I had to get all the toxins and the crap and the poison out of me. And after that, you know, I experienced such better health. And now my skin, literally, I get compliments all the time on my skin. I never
beautiful skin. Yeah, you do. You do.
I thought in a million years I could wake up and just go to the house without worrying at all about face. I would spend over an hour every day in high school and 20s covering up my face, and it was just so expensive, so time consuming, and it made me feel like I wasn't good enough, you know, having acne and to feeling like I had to wear makeup. So yes, I ate really, really, really bad.
And yeah, no, I mean, I've been there too. I ate, like, you know, we eat like the toaster strudels for breakfast with like the sugar on top, and and then like powdered hot chocolate, and then, you know, I worked at McDonald's for like 3 years, so you can imagine what I was eating, right? Like, I think we can relate on a lot of that. But also, you know, in terms of skin health, Jeanette, isn't it so true that like we can put SPF on, we can put creams on, we can put, you know, so much on our topically, but it's what happens on the inside that's reflected out. Like even with SPF, right? Like antioxidant rich foods act as SPF for our skin. And a lot of people don't know that. And they don't realize that this is like a huge pillar to protecting yourself from the damage, like from sun damage.
Yeah.
Do you find that? Like, do you find that? Because you live in Miami. I mean, you must.
Yes.
Right?
I can totally attest to that. So first of all, I don't wear sunscreen. I live on the beach here in Miami, and I go in the sun every day. And granted, okay, listen, here in the tropics, I'm from New York City, but I wasn't born and raised in the tropics. And so, no, I don't go out between, you know, 12 and 3, right? When
prime hours. Right.
I don't bake in the sun every day, but I go out every single day in the sun. I don't wear sunscreen, and I never burn. I never burn, even though I did not grow up here. I've only been here for going on 2 years now. And yeah, absolutely. What you eat is the most important factor when it comes to your skin. The most. And guys, I tried everything. All the nutrition products, all of the topical cream, the prescription pills. I was on all. I tried everything possible until I gave up what was the problem. That's the key. You got to give food that's causing the issues.
Exactly. So like we're talking about dairy, we're talking about meat, eggs, as well as ultra processed foods. Like we don't want to just say animal foods. Ultra processed foods fall in that category too. So chips, right? Cookies, pastries, all the crap, candy, right? They're all in the same kind of category. What do you think the major food for you was when you were still eating prior to the plant-based lifestyle? What do you think, if you even know, it's hard to know, what was the food, the major culprit for you to break out? Was there one?
Great question, Hannah. That's a really good question. I don't know because, like I said, so I went vegetarian in 2010 and my skin did not change at all. So I'm thinking it was the dairy that I was, okay. I think the dairy, but then I went from vegetarian to raw vegan, like overnight. I just decided one day, you know what? I'm done. I'm going raw vegan. This is an amazing lifestyle that I want to try out, see if it works, see if it clears my skin. And so I would say it's definitely what you don't eat that heals you, because even though I do believe in the power of fruit and veggies, I know that there's no way that you can continue eating dairy and processed food and expect to have beautiful glowing skin. It doesn't, you have to give that up. Dairy is the #1 cause of acne. Would you agree? No,
I mean, and even in like the medical literature, it's linked to acne and as well as eczema and psoriasis. So I totally, yeah, I can totally see that. And again, like, it's just one of those things where I see so many people suffering from it around me in my world. And I just want, you just want to say like, hey, let's get out there.
I want to touch on this real quick because I have
Yeah.
that are actually vegan, and I have some raw vegan friends that are suffering with acne. And I just want to say, if that's you, if you are suffering with acne right now, please know that it will get better, but you still have the toxin in you. That's why you're still with it, because your skin is a direct reflection of what's going on in the colon. So maybe you're not eating anymore, but they're still there, and you have to stay consistent with your diet. I do recommend, personally, Hannah, I recommend colonics to my clients and to my friends. I don't know if you're experienced with colonics.
No, I mean, I had one back in the day, but yeah, I haven't for like 15 years or so.
That changed a lot. It really helped me when I went raw. Just get rid of all the mucus that was piled up from 26 years of just eating crap. Just stay strong. If you're eating healthy and you changes, just know that it takes time. My skin didn't change overnight, and the acne scars took years. It took like years from for them to finally start fading, but it will happen. You've got to stay consistent. You don't have to be perfect, but you've got to stay consistent.
Exactly, because it didn't happen overnight to begin with, and to heal from it also takes time. And I was also going to mention, like, with the, you said colonics, but just thinking about whenever we eat, we're either like we're feeding our gut bacteria, we're feeding our microbiome, and there's so many different species in our gut, right? And so when we're eating a certain way for many years, then we have a certain population of gut bacteria, and a lot of them, if we're eating a high meat diet, high dairy, high sugar diet, we're not harboring healthy gut bacteria. We're harboring the inflammatory guys, right? And then all of a sudden shifting to plant-based, which is what the healthy gut bacteria are feeding on, that shift. I know a lot of people wonder this, and I mean, it's still a topic of conversation, and I know that it's something that you and I talk about often with clients. But where do you get your protein from if you're a raw vegan, and how does that work?
Great question. I love it. So, okay, so if you want, #1, there's no such thing as a protein deficiency. There's actually not even a medical term for it. If you are not in a third world country, it is literally impossible for you to have a protein deficiency. That's #1. #2, a lot of us think that we need protein. We need to eat protein to grow muscles, right? Like to get muscles and build our muscles. That's literally like saying we need to eat hair to grow our hair.
Yeah.
What
and hair is protein, right?
And number three, every single fruit and vegetable contains protein. Protein means it's alive. So we don't need protein. We are protein. We are alive. And the things with the most this is the crazy part, Hannah.
I know, right? I know.
I feel like I'm in the Matrix, because the things that have most usable protein are fruit and vegetables. Like,
yeah.
It's proven, and I'm sure you already know this, but your followers may not know, it's been proven that vegans actually consume 70% more protein than meat eaters. Guys,
we're never deficient.
Insane. 70% more. I highly recommend you check out the movie Game Changers if you're still concerned or confused about protein, because protein has been long, what's the word? like debunked.
Debated, or
That's
yeah, yeah.
been debunked a long time ago.
Mm.
Do not. When I first went vegan, Hannah, I was literally scared to have a protein deficiency. So I was eating lots of sunflower seeds and spirulina and all the things that were high in protein. And now I'm just like, everything
Get
is.
enough. Yeah. And also, like, it's one of those things, like, I mean, you know, like we were talking about yesterday, in the dating world, and we were talking about, do you date a vegan or non-vegan? And I've had, in the last few months, I think, like 3 experiences where the person I was on a date with, who is not plant-based, said to me, well, where do you get your protein from? And I said, well, where does the horse get their protein from? And I think that's kind of like also another way of looking at it is like the animals that like the biggest animals on the planet, right? Gorillas, horses, hippos, like you can just name anything. And cows and pigs. I mean, they're mainly herbivores and they're not protein deficient. They have no trouble building muscle. Like they're good.
All we eat are vegan. Cows,
Yeah.
Lamb, pig.
Yeah, they're all vegans.
That get their protein, like you just said, from fruit and vegetables, grass, and things like this. So that's
also. Exactly. And like, I don't know if you know Simon Hill. He's the author of The Proof is in the Plants. Oh, you need to follow him, Jeanette. He's incredible. He has a master's in nutrition. He is like kind of like the authority now on very on evidence-based nutrition, but he approaches it from like a really well-balanced point of view, and it's like very, very digestible. And, he has a podcast called Plant Proof. And, you know, honestly, as nutritionists in school, like in 2014 still, we were still learning about incomplete and complete proteins. And now we know that is also a myth. Every single plant on the planet has every single amino acid or building block of protein, just in different amounts, right? So it's really, really difficult to be protein deficient unless like you're eating one food and that's it, right? But as soon as you start eating a diverse plant-based diet, which is what we're all aiming for, there should be no problem. But yeah, I was just going to ask you, like, did you sprout lentils? Were you sprouting like beans when you were raw vegan, or like, were you doing any of those things? Or
I have never sprouted lentils. I've never sprouted anything besides the like okay, I've done alfalfa sprouts, I've done clove sprouts, but I've never sprouted any legumes personally. I don't have anything against it. I'm just lazy.
Me too. I've never sprouted legumes.
I'm a lazy raw vegan. I'm actually a lazy vegan, and that's why I went raw, because I was like, you know what, this seems pretty easy. No cooking required, no real equipment. Just cut it open and eat it. Or
yeah, and you're good.
If it's an apple, just eat it. Just bite into it. It's actually, to me, and I know I've been doing this for over 10 years, but literally, I have been on every single diet, Hannah. I've been on Weight Watchers. I've been on the Zone. I've been on the Grapefruit diet. I've been on Atkins diet.
Mm-hmm.
Keto, which was Atkins, which is now called keto. I've been on counting calories, intermittent fasting, everything. Nothing worked until I discovered the raw vegan diet, where I lost over 40 pounds. And I really find it so easy because it's just, you don't have to restrict. If you're hungry, you get to eat.
You're happy. It keeps you happy.
And there's so many amazing recipes. And I just want to bring up the bundle one more time because...
Let's do it. I want to talk about your book and the recipes in it too. Yeah.
I want to bring up the bundle because if I would have had these recipes, it would have been so much easier for me to get results faster. What's up, Frank? What's up, Sherry? If I had Nate's book, okay, the Inside 100, did you look through it yet?
Oh, I've looked through it. It's insane.
Over recipes. And the crazy thing is that they're simple recipes. They're so delicious. And if I would have had that in the beginning, I would have gotten results faster, because I was personally buying, nut-based ice cream, raw vegan ice creams that were like $20 for a pint.
Oh, yeah. And so much sugar and oil added too.
Yeah. It just sorry stuff. And Nate's is literally based in bananas and just fruit. It's just all fruit, guys. And it's 50 cents. It's on sale until tomorrow. Click the link in Hannah's bio or my bio. or if you're on YouTube, click the link below. Just check it out. See if it might serve you and you might find value in it. And thank you, Frank, for being here and for reposting. I really appreciate you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I'm just reading some comments about Simon Hill's beautiful eyes, and I was laughing. It's very true. I can't wait till you follow him, Jeanette. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
So, but going back to like food, your book, your introduction to the raw vegan lifestyle, I made the spicy raw vegan pad thai I told you the other night. I used a nut butter. I can't have almonds, so I used peanut butter, as I said. It was so, so beautiful. Like, it was nourishing. I felt full. I felt satisfied. I want to make it again. I'll probably make it again tonight. The sauce, I think you can use for anything, like salads, yam bites, whatever. It was so, so great. So I want to talk about the recipes in your book and what was the process of developing these raw, plant-strong recipes?
Yes.
Not easy.
I love how you say that. It's strong, baby.
That's strong. I still rip Esselstein's word there.
Yes.
He's gonna come get me.
I'm not really a recipe developer. I came up with these recipes a long, long time ago because I needed something that was quick and easy and delicious and super filling and satisfying. And honestly, that's one of my favorite recipes. All of my recipes are super simple. I have a recipe book if anybody wants to get that. It's at 100recipes.com. It contains over 100 raw vegan recipes, 5 ingredients or less, no oil.
Can you repeat that, please, the website?
Oh, 100fruitrecipes.com.
100fruitrecipes.com. Cool.
And no recipes require a dehydrator. It's very important to me because though I have a dehydrator, I use it like twice a year. I use it for like Christmas and somebody's birthday. You know, like my birthday, I guess, not somebody's. But and so this is why I developed these recipes, because they're simple, they're easy, they're effective and efficient. I don't love being in the kitchen, but if you want to be healthy, you gotta make most of your food yourself. That's just how it is. That there's no place that is going to take care of your health. You're gonna have to take responsibility. And if you're not a kitchen person, I'm not either. So don't worry, we're in this together. Okay, that's why I eat a lot of fruit and veggies and simple things, smoothies, salads, and like the pad thai recipe, simple, easy.
Oh, it took me like 10 minutes. It took me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a busy day and I still made it. It was super easy and accessible. So, and I love that I love what you just said. Like, you don't even use a dehydrator, because I think when people think raw vegan, they think immediately, oh, here I go, I'm gonna have to be dehydrating my veggie patties and things. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to sprout lentils. You really don't have to. And you can incorporate, if you wanted to, you can do like I think this is how I live. I love incorporating as much raw as possible, like 80%. And then just having like some cooked. Like, I like cooked food because I'm always cold. I live in Vancouver. Like, I literally like, I'm always cold. So I need to have like some beans, some cooked yams, some cooked starches, whole grains, right? But
yes, I do want to say something about that. So a lot of people ask me, do I need to be 100% raw to get healthy, to lose weight, to clear my skin, to clear my eyes?
Benefits. Yeah.
And to get the benefits, right? And honestly, if you are not excited about eating a raw vegan diet, I don't think it's going to work the best. I think what works the best is what makes you feel amazing, what you feel really good on. And and if you're somebody who loves to cook, if you're somebody who loves spices and loves, like making food in the kitchen, and you would really miss it, then I don't think 100% raw is the best diet for you. Is the healthy. Seriously,
and also living in a tropical climate also changes things too. Like when I'm traveling to Hawaii or Florida or Mexico, I'm not wanting to be in the kitchen. Like, I'm not wanting to be over a hot stove, right? So I think it's that, and like, so you have to put together like your own constitution. Like, for example, I'm always cold, live in a cold climate, damp climate, right? Versus like where you are.
Yes.
I think that changes things too. So yeah, I love that you have these.
Yeah, and seriously, guys, don't try to force. You can be such a healthy vegan eating like your raw tofu, or eating. Every meal can be cooked, but make sure you're incorporating some fresh, ripe, juicy, delicious fruit and veggies. You're gonna have to eat some fresh food, but having healthy vegan food is like, you're doing better than 99% of the population, and you can definitely reverse anything that you are dealing with eating a cooked, healthy, whole foods lifestyle. And Hannah has
Exactly.
in her book. If you're interested in doing that, definitely check it out. Check out the bundle.
Yeah, and Jeanette, do you ever like, I don't know, what do you tell people when they ask you why raw? Like, why is raw better? Like, what is your go-to? Like, what, I know there's so many reasons behind it, but what is like your number one
Yeah,
reason?
I was really attracted to the lifestyle because it just made sense to me. You know, if fruit and veggies are the healthiest food on earth, why don't I just eat fruit and veggies? And specifically raw, I mean, I don't, the word raw, it really means, it means alive. And
Means normal.
it is normal.
In
And
its normal state. Yeah.
And if you want to feel alive, you know, because we are what we eat. We are what we eat. That's what our DNA, our cells are made up of. Our hair, our eyes, our skin, everything that we see and what we don't see, our organs, is made up of what we eat. And so I figured, you know, if I wanted to feel alive and vibrant and healthy and I want to be glowing, I would have to eat things that were alive with live enzymes, with life force. And the only food that has life force is raw fruit and veggies. And that doesn't mean 100%. If you're somebody who does, try it out, try it for 7 days. So my new book is
Try the book. Yeah, try your book.
it's an introduction to the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If you love it, keep going. If you're like, I miss something warm tonight, or I miss my cooked meal at breakfast, or I miss oatmeal, or if you miss something that's healthy, then continue eating that and incorporate more raw foods, because you don't need to eat 100% raw. Not at all. I know so many healthy, amazing people are thriving that have reversed their cancer, that have reversed diabetes, that have cleared their skin, and they don't eat a 100% raw diet. If it excites you and it makes you feel amazing, do it. If not, find a way that works for you. We talked about this yesterday. It's so key.
Exactly. So what is your number one tip for somebody who's trying to, like, for example, I tell my clients, I'll say, you know what, have your pasta dish, right? And then slice up or dice up some raw, like red cabbage on top. I mean, that's how I eat, right? Or, you know, chop up some spinach or kale and then just incorporate that in there, like raw, into a cooked dish. What would be your number one tip, or do you have one? Not necessarily have one, but
Bring more raw food?
yeah.
Yes.
For someone who's not used to it.
Good question. Okay, my number one tip personally is to eat fruit for breakfast. That's my number one tip. Fruit, like, or before your breakfast, right?
Breakfast one.
Yeah, right. You know, it's the time when you need to hydrate the most, and the most hydrating thing on earth is carbohydrates, and the best carbohydrates are fruit.
That has never actually clicked for me. Do you know that? The hydrate part of carbohydrate?
Yeah, it's amazing, right? It's amazing. When I first that,
I'm retiring.
And so I would recommend you eat fruit for breakfast, because you have been lying, not drinking all night, and you're dehydrated. You need hydration. Fruit is the best hydration on earth, and it's going to make you feel really good, give you lots of energy, and the most important thing, Hannah,
Fiber.
eat fruit for breakfast or before your breakfast. It starts off your day in a positive way. The way you start your day, okay, it affects the entire day. So if you start your day with toaster strudels or Pop-Tarts,
you're going to give up. You're going to give up on the rest of the day.
Then your whole day, like, you have fruit for breakfast, you have like a 90% more chance that you're going to have a better day, be in a better mood. Food equals mood. You're going to make better choices. You might move your body. You might listen to a positive audio. But if you start on a bad note already, you know, I live across the street from McDonald's here in Miami.
Ooh.
And Anna, I cannot tell you I can't believe how many people see
line up
drive-through at the.
I know. I live across the street from one as well, and it's
no way.
I swear to you, it's right across the street.
We're literally okay. So I'm like the American version of Hannah, and this is so. The crazy thing is, by the way, is that I live in a very nice neighborhood, and I see I see Bentleys, I see all these people like to cars, Audis, and I'm just like, they're really eating at McDonald's? They really are taking better care of their car than they are of their physical body?
That's the thing. They fuel their car with premium gas, I'm sure, but they're not fueling their body with premium nutrition, and that's the thing, right? So
Putting McDonald's into your body is like going to the beach and putting sand into your Lamborghini.
yeah.
Literally. You wouldn't do that to your Lamborghini. I can't believe when I see every single morning, and I don't get it. But hey, this is why we're doing what we're doing.
Well, no, but it's true. Like I mean, you and I, before we had our eye-opening moment,
Yep.
we also were in the dark. And I have to keep reminding myself that, like, I was the girl that was eating, you know, bacon and sausages and you know, fatty, like, cream laden foods and sugar. Like, I was that girl until I was 25. Like, fully, when I went fully plant-based. I was 20 when I had cancer, but there was a time where I kind of like went back and forth. So I was in the dark for a long period of my life as well. So we have to kind of, you know, yeah, do what we're doing and try to spread the good word.
That you went back and forth. What was like, I'm very curious, what was the catalyst that finally you like, enough is enough, and you finally gave up the crap and started eating healthy?
You know what it was? When I got diagnosed with cancer, I traveled to Peru. I saw an oncologist there who told me to go plant-based, and they put me on like a very almost raw diet, very bland, like soups and things, and like no meat, nothing like that, nothing of the sort. A lot of fruit, which is amazing in Peru especially. And then I went through the whole cancer thing, focusing on diet for my health. And then I kind of went backward because I was so happy when the treatment was over that I got lazy, and I went back into, you know, drinking alcohol on the weekends and with my friends, way too much at that. You know, eating whatever I wanted to eat. Like I don't think I ate meat as much, but I went back and forth. And then when I was 20, I think I was 24, and I read Skinny Bitch, and I read Alicia Silverstone's book, The Kind Diet. Yeah, I think I was 24. And I remember reading what was actually happening for me, it was the animals, and I read it. I watched a couple of videos. I watched a couple of documentaries on animal agriculture, and I literally just looked. I think it was I looked and I said, okay, you know what? I'm never doing this again. I'm never contributing to this ever again. And it was a very black and white moment in my life, and I literally have never had meat since then. And it wasn't even a difficult thing to do. It was like, this is a no-go forever. And I know I'm never going to touch it again for the rest of my life. It's not even a thing. And that was the moment. It was the emotional part too. It was that part component. Because if I hurt myself through what I'm eating, I'm only hurting myself. But if I'm contributing to pain and suffering that is completely needless, and senseless, then I can't live with that.
I often, totally agree, Hannah.
Yeah.
I wonder why some people have that action and they're just like, never again. I'm not contributing to violence towards innocent animals. And other people struggle being vegan. They know about the animals. They know they feel so terrible and struggle back and forth. What is your thought on that?
Such a good question. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever been asked this. It's actually from just experience of I'm 36. When I went fully vegan, I was 24. As I said, literally, it's people who haven't seen it. They haven't seen the footage. I think that once you see it, like a video, it's very difficult to unsee certain things. And people who oh, I know animals suffer. I know what's happening. But if you're not actually willing to like witness it, then you're not. It's like just an idea in your mind. It's not reality. For me, it's like if anybody watched it, it's like, you know, I mean, if slaughterhouses had glass walls, everybody would be vegetarian, right? Paul McCartney's famous quote. I think it's really, really true. So that's what made me make the switch and never go back, and it holds me strong. And yeah.
So, I really want to get a vegan tattoo, honestly. She really inspired me. I really want a vegan tattoo. And I know tattoos aren't like healthy, guys. I know, but I really
What are you thinking of getting? Because I'm thinking of getting one as well. A Sanskrit.
I want the word vegan. I want the word vegan somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. See, you and I are very, very similar for sure.
Yes. Because honestly, it's like, I don't think there is literally, even if I was on a deserted island, guys, I know that I would find something to eat besides a dead animal body part. I just know it. I just know.
Oh,
Even,
yeah.
guys, I just know it. If I'm on a deserted island, there's probably fruit growing. Okay? Probably.
Oh yeah, and if you find an animal like a live one, you're not like I don't think we have natural instinct to.
No way. No
Yeah. So,
way.
but
I could kill an animal. There, and nobody watching could. It takes a very, very you kill it. So,
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. We could talk for hours. So Jeanette, I
yes.
just want to ask you, I know you have, besides this introduction to the raw vegan lifestyle, you also have two other books related to beauty and skincare. Is that correct?
I actually have I have a bunch. I have a few.
Oh,
But
okay. So in the what is the I guess my question is like, what is the difference between like the beauty skincare raw kind of dietary pattern that you recommend versus like the intro book that you have in the bundle?
great question. Yes. So I do have a book called The Raw Vegan Beauty Book. I worked so hard on this book. And hey, Jessica, my friend Jessica just came.
Aww.
So I really, really hard on this book. And this book is all about how to feel beautiful and look your very best eating an abundance of fruit and veggies. And it's the specific things that I did in my skin. You know, I did things like aloe masks. So you just
Okay.
fresh aloe and you make a face mask with it. You leave it on for 20 minutes. It is going to transform your skin. A bunch of different simple, easy. There's over 20 face masks in there. They're all fruit and
Oh,
veggie.
so it's not even just food, it's actual
Yeah. There's lots,
treatments for your skin. Oh wow. Okay.
but there's also skincare, shampoo, DIY, everything. And we go over the top natural products you can find on the market: nail polish, skincare, lip gloss, all the stuff. So
Okay, so where can people get access to this particular ebook? Because I definitely want access.
yes, so you can DM me. I'll send you a link. It's linked in my profile, but right now the link is the weight loss bundle. You can also go to my YouTube channel and every single.
What's your YouTube channel? Is it Misfit?
Yes, it's Ms.FitVegan. Thank you for asking. And everything is right underneath every single video. And usually after Wednesday, the link is back in my bio. But right now the link is just for the weight loss bundle because it's literally expiring tomorrow. Over 100 books, over 1,000 based oil-free, salt-free recipes for only $9. Guys, if you
For your lifetime access. Lifetime access.
you're going to have to get the delicious, easy, simple recipe to support you in that decision. Nothing's going to change once you make the decision to get healthy. You have to change. You have to find new recipes, and this is the absolute best place. You don't have to, buy a bunch of books. It's over $4,000 if you buy them individually, by the way. You don't have to buy a bunch of books, watch YouTube videos. You can get everything all in one bundle. So highly recommend.
And also, Jeanette, like I know we talk, like you and I and everybody else, we're always talking about food and recipes and like meal plans because it's so exciting and delicious and fun to create these things. But I also want to just drive home another point is that in this bundle, you have evidence-based nutrition information from doctors. Like there are so many doctors that have contributed information guides that are strictly evidence-based in this, like Dr. Jill Fuhrman, Dr. John McDougal. There's just like a whole list. It's not just social media influencers at all. It's actual nutrition experts that we can trust that are getting their information from the medical literature rather than, on social media.
I'm a part of a lot of different like raw vegan bundles, and this is the first bundle I've ever seen with this many doctors.
Right.
And like, the guys from Mastering Diabetes, they give you their full nutrition guide. If you have diabetes type 1 or type 2, there is hope for you. There is hope. And in this bundle, you will find their course, Dr. John McDougal, Dr. Neal Bernard, so many amazing doctors. So yeah.
Yeah, I've met so many of them too, and I'm just so excited they're a part of this. And because you can, you can try to tell your friends who aren't a part of this whole world, you can try to tell them about it, but until they really experience like this level of knowledge and expertise, it's really, really difficult to put it into words. And what would you say is your favorite product in the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle? What is like the thing that stuck out to you the most? Because I know there's a lot, there's 110 or so to go through, but
Yes. So many. I have to name like four, okay?
go for it.
So number one is Lissa's Dips and Dressings. Okay, guys, Raw Food Romance, she put her Dips and Dressings ebook, which literally contains the like over 100 things right there. It's the ultimate raw vegan book. You don't need any other recipe book. I've been using this for years. It changed my life because before,
Wow.
yeah, it changed my life. For this book, I thought you had to put oil and lots of nuts in your salad dressings, even as a raw vegan. When I got Lissa's book, she makes lots of dressings with dates, date-based or seed-based, or just like, it's just
Does she use potatoes too? Does she use potatoes? Because I just made a beautiful dressing with potatoes from Stacy this morning.
No, but
No?
love to definitely know that recipe. That's amazing.
Yeah. Super good.
So Lissa's Dips and Dressings. Number two, I'm gonna have to go with Nate's ice cream book.
Yeah.
Scoop, ridiculous, mind blowing. The third one I'm really looking forward to is Chris Kendall's 21-day spring meal plan, because Chris Kendall is the head chef at Woodstock Fruit Festival every year, and his stuff is so simple but delicious. It's all low fat. It's all obviously raw, and it's just, he has just such he's a culinary for sure. And then the fourth thing I'm excited about,
I'm just writing it down.
did this program. So as soon as I got the bundle, I downloaded this program it's called Calling BS on Busy. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I'm busy. Okay.
Andrew something, and it's a course on how to declutter your house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I personally, I got the diet down. I cleaned my skin, I lost weight, but I were unorganized. And
are you? I'm gonna have to come over.
My help, and so this program is A1. I love it. I love him, and honestly, there's so much more that I want to say, but those are the top four that I'm really excited about. And Herbal Tea wrote, I have Nate's book, and books. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so good, and all the I love about Lissa and Nate, their book, it's all by no fat, low fat, high fat, because sometimes you just want to keep the fat really low because you want to maybe heal your skin, you want to detox, but sometimes you want to have more decadent things, and so higher fat. And so I love their stuff so much, and I love how organized it is. And so yeah, those are my top things from the bundle.
Perfect. And the other one I was looking at the other day was Chef James and his Living Foods 101 course. He's like a very well-known chef, celebrity, like plant-based chef as well, and he's teaching how to prepare raw food, how to prepare like highly nutrient-dense plant-strong foods, as well as foraging, and growing your microgreens and things. So
like gourmet raw food, yeah.
Gourmet, yeah, and like growing micros and I think sprouting as well as in there. So it's like a great intro course for anybody who's wanting to go down that route as well. There's something for everybody.
And his course is, I think it's $150 just for that one course, guys.
That's right.
John McDougal's weight loss course is in there, and that's $100. So literally, it is not like we're not making this up. It's over $4,600 worth of books, courses, programs, all $49 just until tomorrow. So
yeah, and it's also, it's you don't just get access for like the year. Like some subscriptions you pay for and you get access for the year. This is for like forever. If you download it, it's yours. Like that's it, you're done,
Yeah.
So it's really, really exciting stuff. Anyways, okay, let's let people get back to their afternoons and evenings. Anything else you want to add on at the to wrap this up?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Thank you so much, Hannah, for having me on.
You're so welcome. So good to see you again.
Yes,
We're spoiled.
I love your energy. I definitely want to do this again with you. And also, I want to let you know that it is possible, no matter how old, no matter how young you are, no matter how sick, no matter how frustrated or tired or no matter how bad your skin is, no matter what you're with, no matter what the diagnosis is, okay? A diagnosis is just someone reading some numbers on a chart. It has nothing to do with you. You are a child of the universe, and you can make all the difference in the world, okay? You make a decision, okay? Whether you get the bundle or not, it doesn't matter. And when you make a decision to change, when you say enough is enough, and you start making small, seemingly insignificant, small changes to your diet, to your life, you will see. But the most important thing I would say is you got to stay consistent. Make small choices. Have fruit for breakfast tomorrow or pre-breakfast, okay?
Yeah, just small change.
Make a small change and 30 days, you will see a big difference. You know, the compound effect is always working, whether it's working in a good way or a bad way. And I just want to say thank you so much for listening to this, for being here, and for being open to change. You know, there's a reason why you are watching this, okay? Whether you need to change your diet or your fitness or your mindset or the people you're surrounding yourself with, there's a reason you're watching this. So I challenge everyone to make a small choice today, a step in the direction to the goal.
I love it. I love your energy, and I love your positive vibe. It's incredible. It's very intoxicating. And like Jeanette said, you know, take charge of your health. You can control what you can at least control what you put into your body at least 3 to 6 times a day. Make a small change. Have fruit tomorrow for breakfast. Maybe add a small green salad to your dinner this evening. And we're both available. If you have a question, just feel free to message either of us, and head over to either link on our Instagram page and check out the Ultimate Health and Weight Loss Bundle. If you have any questions, again, DM us about anything. It doesn't have to be about the bundle. Oh my gosh. Bundle of words. All right, guys, have a great evening. Jeanette, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to do this again.
Yes, Hannah, love you. Talk to you.
Love you too. Bye. Bye. Good night, everybody.